So hello everyone and guys, welcome to the session. Now guys, the first question coming into your mind is that sir, we are preparing for the examination of 2025. We have already watched a video of the analysis of 2023 and 2024 where the major changes have occurred in the RBI Grade B examination. Now why we require or what is the reason of bringing the video of 2022 GA analysis paper specifically guys? Now, we have already said and we have said you in many videos that sir, the examination of RBI Grade B is evolving in the past few years. And guys, the essence of that can be seen from the examination of 2022. And that is the reason we have brought this video for you guys, that 2022 analysis is again important, where you will get that, okay, this is how, this was the initial beginning, where the pattern that the RBI is now following, the essence of that can be felt here. And this is what we are going to discuss today also in this specific session here. But before I proceed further on guys, I would just say that I already said that I have made a video of 2023 and 2024 GA analysis also, as well as paper 2 phase 2 analysis also for economic and social issues. So for that purpose, you can subscribe to the channel of EduTap regulatory bodies. Click on the playlist and in playlist you will see RBI Grade B pattern to preparation playlist is being made here. उस प्लेलिस्ट में आपको 2023, 2024 दोनों के ही एनालिसिस आपको वहां पे देखने को मिल जाएंगे. इसके अलावा in addition to that, the important thing is guys, if you want to experience the mentorship, how we guys are mentoring you in terms of the content that we are providing, in terms of the lectures that we are taking, to get an idea of that thing, you can enroll to our free mentorship course, the link for which is given in the description below. Further on, to help you enhance your strategy, you can also attend the workshop which is being conducted by Anjit sir. The link for that you can also get in the description below. So this is the important thing guys, जैसे हम आपको बता रहे हैं और यही डिस्कस करते हैं कि इवॉल्वमेंट हुई कैसे. Let's now start with the analysis here. Now guys, the first thing here, if you look at the paper here, one thing that we are commonly observing from the past 3 to 4 years is that slowly and slowly the weightage of current affairs has enhanced. Okay, and it's not that it's just current affairs, because generally what used to happen in the examinations of 2021, 1920s, out of 80 there were around 70 to 72 questions which were being there from current affairs. But somehow if you look at the trend of 22, 23, 24, you will see that there are current affairs questions which will be in the range of 66 to 68 questions, and then there are some static based questions also. In terms of static based questions, if I talk about here, that is where the trend has changed. But before that, what used to happen is questions from national parks, bird sanctuaries, wildlife, they used to be asked. But this year, it is in the year of 2022, that was not the case. The questions were being picked from finance static and ESS static. And this is what we are seeing now also in the present scenario of the examination cycle also, that if you are preparing for the examination of RBI Grade B specifically for phase 1, you should also have a thorough understanding of your phase 2 finance as well as ESS static components also, because the questions being asked. And this is where you can see the first point you can note is the first essence. The static questions have somehow been taken, which were like national parks, they were being somehow asked. Dams, countries, capital, etc., they were changed. That's the first thing. And that is why when a student asks me, sir, do I need to remember the capital currency? Do I need to remember the headquarters? Do I need to remember the national parks and the sanctuary? No. Because in terms of national parks, the place, if it is in news, then there's a probability and there's a major news about that thing. It can be asked from current affair of places in news, not like a normal static GA question, which was used to be asked earlier. Okay, so that's the first learning here. Second thing what we observed is slowly and slowly, the regional economic operations, the regional organizations, the questions from that started picking up from here. You can see now the questions, every year you found a question in RBI Grade B examination that is from one specific regional organization, or you can talk about regional economic cooperation. For example, BRICS, BIMSTEC, ASEAN, CDRI, these are important organizations and RBI has asked questions on these things. So that is again one thing that we have started observing from the examination of 2022 onwards. I'm not saying उससे पहले नहीं आते थे but कम आते, यहाँ से कहीं ना कहीं उनकी probability बढ़ी है. अब आते हैं कि टाइमलाइन क्या था. Timeline if you see in the examination of 2022, ठीक है जी, that is somewhere I would say that 2023 and 24 has evolved more better because that's the general trend. We always say 5 months are more important. From this, the last 3 months plays a very important role. Same thing happens here also. Your examination was in the month of May, and you can see here around 35 questions were being there from the last 3 months. If I include the past 5 months here, they were around 41 questions. And if I include 6 months also, 46 questions. So which means almost 50% of paper was from the past 6 months here. Okay, 50 to 55 to around 60% you can talk about here. And this is what we say generally also. But now, in the year of 2023, 2024, that is one thing where the examination has evolved, is that now we can see the majority of questions that are being asked from past 3 months, past 5 months. Almost 80% paper is being asked from the past 5 months only with respect to current affairs. Okay, that is the most important thing we need to remember here, because if I talk about out of 64, the 41 questions, almost 80% is being asked from this 5 to 6 months only. Okay, ji? Chalo. Up now let's talk about the further procedure here. The thing we used to ask is, because one question everybody asks is, sir, I am finding the general affairs, not saying general affairs, current affairs, really difficult, like awards, persons in news, obituaries, they are really difficult to remember. Kya karu, sir? Look at the trend. That is where the major thing changed in the year 2022 examination, from where what we have observed is that now the questions from ESI current affairs, your finance current affairs started increasing. 43, if I include these two questions of ARD also, because that was again related to Indian agriculture. You can see here 45 questions were being asked from these things. And this is what now you are seeing also. Majority of your paper in terms of current affair is being asked from these specific things only. That is ESI current affairs, finance current affairs, your, you can say, RBI notifications, they are playing a prominent role here. This is what we have seen in the examination of 2022 also. This is where the trend has started. Okay, so that's the second point you can note here, that first, the finance and DSA static is important, as well as now your prime focus should always be on ESI current affairs as well as in your finance current affairs. That is phase 2 related current affairs playing a prominent role here. Then let's proceed further on with regards to how the questions were being asked. If I talk about the ESI current affairs here, yes, that is one thing that has changed with regards to the examination of 2022 also. If you see the examination of 2023 and 2024, because the questions from reports, they were very minimalistic in the examination of 2022. That is one thing where the examination has evolved in the year 2023 and 2024, where the question on reports have enhanced. Question on schemes, are they reduced? No, they were 10, which you can say 3 from project. ठीक है जी, अगर मैं इसको बात कर लूं तो 3 के बाद कितने बने, 7 बने, तो 7-8 क्वेश्चन की एवरेज अभी भी चल रही है स्कीम्स के. दैट इज द थिंग हियर. यूनियन बजट, that is again a thing here, because if your unit budget is released just a few months before your examination, there is a high probability that a question will be asked, and that is clearly defined in the syllabus of your RBI Grade B examination also. So ये देखो यहाँ पे बजट और एलोकेशन भी आ गया. ठीक है जी. फिर आ जाते हैं ESI करंट अफेयर्स. और ESI करंट अफेयर्स अगर मैं आपसे बात करूं, अभी लास्ट के कुछ सालों में यहां पे भी आप देखोगे, 23 में भी देखोगे, 24 में भी देखोगे, ESI करंट अफेयर्स इन्वॉल्वमेंट हैज एनहांस्ड. सो ये ट्रेंड यहां से हमें पता चल रहा था कि यहां पे अगर हमने अच्छी तरह से इस एग्जाम को एनालिसिस किया होता तो हम एक पॉइंट ढूंढ सकते थे कि कहीं ना कहीं ESI करंट अफेयर्स पे एग्जामिनर ने फोकस करना स्टार्ट कर दिया है. Similarly, as we say now from the examination of 2023 and 24, that reports are also important. You cannot ignore them. ठीक है जी. That is where budget, reports, and the ESI current affairs of past 5 months were important. That's again a learning here कि ESI current affairs समझ लग गया. अब आ जाते हैं फाइनेंस करंट अफेयर्स के ऊपर. ये एक ट्रेंड मैं आपको इसलिए बता रहा हूं बिकॉज 23-24 में यहां पे बहुत ड्रास्टिक चेंज हुआ है. This is the major drastic change that we have seen here. Because before 2022 examination, if I talk about the reports which are mentioned in syllabus, there were very few questions which were being asked from them. बट 2023-24 में तो कंप्लीट ही चेंज हुआ है. You can see the question from RBI annual reports. 4 to 5 questions, 3 to 4 questions are being asked here. World Development Report, World Economic Outlook Report. They are asking questions on those things. And even from the national and international reports, the questions are being asked. Questions from RBI notifications have enhanced. You can see many questions from RBI notifications are being asked in the examination. This is one trend that we can see. It's a learning from. अब ये यहां से क्या हुआ, 2022 में कुछ पता चला, ये 2023 में कुछ पता चला, और ये आया 2024 में. दिस इज द एग्जीक्यूशन. ठीक है जी. तो ये चीज थी. अब देखो यहां पे क्या था, 4 questions were being asked. So earlier what used to happen, 1 or 2 questions were asked. Slightly they have enhanced the advantage from 1 to 2 to 4 questions. Then finance current affairs, similar general finance current affairs, I could say SEBI oriented current affairs, and that is something. SEBI oriented current affairs, PFRDA, IRDA oriented current affairs, that somehow we can find here also. So that is the only thing is कि यहाँ पे major change जो हुआ है in the upcoming examination of 23 and 24 here. Now let's talk about the general awareness section here, and this is the major learning that we can say that the examination has evolved from the year 2022 onwards here. ठीक है जी. अब यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, क्वेश्चंस देखो ड्रास्टिकली रिड्यूस हुए थे. इफ वी कंपेयर फ्रॉम द एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ 2021 onwards, we can see here the days in news, sports is something we can say is one thing which RBI is continuously following. They are always asking question on sports. Yes, that can be a thing that somehow the questions are quite absurd also, some questions, but some questions are quite, मतलब पता होना चाहिए. जैसे यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन आया हुआ था कि वेस्ट इंडीज ने 1983 का वर्ल्ड कप जब जीता था तो कितने रन से जीता था, ऐसा कोई क्वेश्चन आया हुआ था. तो अब यार ये क्वेश्चन एब्सर्ड था, कोई नहीं कर सकता, बट आया था स्पोर्ट्स से क्वेश्चन. तो दिस इज वन सेक्शन ऑफ जनरल अवेयरनेस व्हिच आई से टू स्टूडेंट इज दैट्स द मोस्ट अनप्रेडिक्टेबल सेशन, बिकॉज इतना वास्ट अमाउंट ऑफ जीए था यहाँ पे, और यहाँ पे क्वेश्चंस की वेटेज भी कम हुई है, बहुत कम हुई है. लुक एट द थिंग, 2 3 5 3 8 4 12 4 16 and 24 questions. Now out of the 80 questions, ठीक है ना, majority of the students what we are making a common mistake is जो हमें सीखना है. It's not just examination of 2024 what it is saying to us. It's not just 2023. It is 3 years analysis, 2022, 23, 24. All of us are saying that if you want to clear this examination of RBI Phase 1 examination, you have to be thorough with your Phase 2 current affairs, because just relying on these current affairs will not be sufficient here. And that is the major learning which many of us has to taken from that thing. And that is why I said the analysis of the paper is very, very important. कि यहाँ पे यही चीज सीखने को मिली है कि जनरल अवेयरनेस क्वेश्चंस जो हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं लेवल बढ़ा है, लेवल तो हैज एनहांस्ड. If you look at from 2022 to 23, it was completely a shocker. I completely agree to that thing. But kahin na kahin the objective of taking this analysis is that we kind of feel that how the examiner is thinking about this examination. Because before 2022, it was all about GA, awards, persons in news. It was all about that. Look at the thing now. 22, 23, 24. Getting that point here. Now let's proceed further on with the next part here. The difficulty level, I would say, guys, obviously based on the examination, if I talk about here, it was a moderate level paper, because at that time also it was not that an easy paper. Some things, the things that we have observed, let's try to understand that thing. Okay, this is overall what we can say was the different which we were seeing in the examination of 2022. But if we now look at these points, you will see that, sir, is it a different thing? No, it's a common thing. We all say this thing has to be followed. Look at the first point here. Statement based questions. Look at the examination of 2023. It was a completely statement based question and a lengthy paper. Look at the paper of 2024. They have started asking statement based questions, which is now a routine for every student. But at that time, it was a major difference that we have found out. So ये learning का मतलब यहाँ से examination ऐसे evolve हुआ है. Statement based questions were being asked. ठीक है जी. Then one thing we have seen is that scheme questions have been reduced, but if you look at the type of questions being asked, 23, 24, look at this line. In schemes, there were statement-based questions. We can say, yes, there were statement-based questions. Some of them, they are not asking statement-based questions, but look at the thing on where they are asking question. They were asking questions on features of the schemes. features of the schemes, and that is what is the common thing where the exam you must follow. कि previous paper में भी है, features of the schemes बहुत important बन जाते हैं. बहुत बच्चे पूछते हैं what is the major thing we must focus when we are preparing for the examination. It is the feature of the schemes where we have to focus on. फिर आ जाता है जी ये वाला पार्ट. अब भी ये कॉमन हो चुका है. If you can see my analysis video of 2023, you can see my video of 2024. You can watch any of my sessions where I talk about current affairs. I always say this is something you need to follow. Follow the current affairs of financial, like RBI notifications, finance current affairs, ESI current affairs, report schemes that should be followed on priority. That is what we have observed from here. ठीक है जी. Yes, this is again a trend we can see here. One or two questions RBI is always asking from ARD related current affair questions. That is what we have seen in 22, 23, 24 also. But that's, I will say guys, now for that thing I will not say that you have to read the whole agriculture current affairs of NABARD. नहीं, basic idea ले लो तो वो आपका यहाँ से भी हो सकता है. But because for two questions I would not say sacrifice the 78 question. That is what I say, take it on very low priority. ठीक है जी. Many questions were being asked from finance current affairs and RBI notifications, which is a change because they were asking the basic awareness questions before that. And that was a change this year. You can see that's a trend for 23 and 24 examination. Static questions, I already told you from the beginning that finance and DSA static questions were being asked, were starting being asked. No common topics like national parks, festivals or currencies were being touched. So that is how I would say the examination has evolved. And as I told you in the beginning, the essence of that can be followed from the examination of 2022. Okay, so that's all about your analysis video for the 2022 examination. I hope you got an idea that why this analysis is important. And that is why I said when you look at the previous year papers, just don't look at the questions what they are asking. Just don't look at what are the things they are asking. Always try to understand the paper from this perspective also. And I hope this perspective has given you more clarity in terms of with regards to the RBI examination. And if that's the case, guys, do let me know that's a yes. Now we are more clear and more confident with regards to the RBI Grade B examination. Please tell me about that in the comment section. And now, before I conclude this session, guys, an important thing for all of you. Yes, if you want to enhance your preparation, we at EduTap is helping you guys. Okay, where you just visit to the website of EduTap, that is www.edutap.in. Click on the courses, click on the RBI Grade B courses, and then you will come to this specific page. And this is what we are offering you. We are offering you video lectures, live classes, study notes, test series, doubt session, and most important thing what we are offering you is this thing, one-on-one mentorship. We are with an objective that we want to create an ecosystem where we always help you. We are always there for you. And that is the sole objective of the team of EduTap. That we want to give you a proper one-on-one mentorship where we are giving you different things. Course is being provided to you. You can call us. You can have a weekly mentor sessions are being provided to you. You can watch those specific sessions. Then I would say you can call us, you can drop us an email. Discussion forum is there for you. So we are always there for you. Okay. Now, with regards to course, what are the courses that you can follow? Obviously, these are different courses that is here. RBI Grade B Silver course, Gold course. So if you are a student who is starting just from the basic, guys, I would say this is one course that is designed for you guys where quant, reasoning, English, your ESI, finance and management, everything is given to you from the basics here. Okay, Ji. Then live classes, concept notes, summary sheets are being given to you. If you are good in quant, reasoning and English and you want yourself to be prepared with regards to the phase 2 part here along with the GA current phase part here, you can subscribe to Silver course of RBI. Okay, everything will be given, just QR is not here. Now, you are a student who is thinking that I just want to give tests only because I have already covered the things and I just want to see whether I am on right track or wrong. You can look at the RBI Grade A or B test series here. Okay, ji. Along with that, if you are a student, guys, who is somehow preparing for the banking examination and is targeting RBI also, or let's say along with RBI, you are targeting the banking examination, you can go with the Bank Mahapack course of RBI also. Okay, with regards to the offers, guys, that keeps on changing. Okay, whenever you look out, go to the website, the offers or discounts which we are offering at that point of time, you can avail that specific discount. So this is all about this specific session on your phase 1 analysis with regards to the 2022 examination. I wish you all the best for the examination. Keep working hard and keep preparing hard. Bye-bye.